Well guys, I'm back at the marina, at my local marina, and I'm back at it again with my camera addiction. Yay! So yeah, I love GoPro cameras, some of my favorite cameras that have ever hit the market, and I have several of them. I had 3 at one point. I sold my 2024 Hero because I was having issues with battery life, and I got a Hero 9 recently. I have a Hero 5 Session, but today, this camera isn't quite a GoPro. This is the Xtra Edge. Yeah, this is the Xtra Edge. It's essentially a $200 GoPro competitor. At least I got it for $200 on Amazon. And it's essentially a DJI Osmo Action 4, but rebranded because DJI are having some legal issues within the US. So at least it is speculated that this is made by DJI and is just rebranded. But it's a really good camera. It shoots up to 4K, it has really good stabilization, really nice and snappy user interface, and it of course has that front screen, much like the Hero 9 and other DJI cameras. So, and this screen is also a touch screen, by the way, so makes navigating menus even easier than on the GoPro. And this camera actually has quite a few advantages over the GoPro. For example, it comes with this nice little cage, which allows you to very easily mount it vertically using this magnetic mounting adapter, and it just kind of snaps into place, and you can mount it vertically if you're doing YouTube Shorts or TikTok or Instagram Reels. And that's also another advantage, is just having this magnetic mounting piece. GoPro has done the same thing with the Hero 13, but it's only on the Hero 13 and newer GoPro cameras. If you have a Hero 12 or older, it's not going to have that. It's just a really robust camera, just like a GoPro. Waterproof, actually I believe down to 30 meters. I will correct myself if I'm wrong. I was in fact incorrect. But without getting too much into the specs of this camera, we're gonna take it on its maiden voyage, record some video out here, maybe go magnet fishing. Hopefully I'll find some treasure. So let's get right into it. All right, so we got the camera rolling, and I've got my chest mount on. That's how I'm gonna be wearing the camera for most of the time. But look at the image quality. It's pretty good. I'm shooting in 1080p. I've got the stabilization on. It's just wide field of view. So let's see how this goes. So right now we are going to head down to the shore. I got my magnet fishing kit in here, which by the way was only 20 bucks. I got it at Walmart. Comes with gloves and I think a 50-foot rope. Pretty strong magnet. So we're gonna try to catch some stuff or find some stuff in the river. Hopefully we find some cool little treasures, but I haven't had much luck down here before, so we'll see. It's pretty hot today, so I did bring some extra water. I should be able to magnet fish for a couple hours. I don't know if I'm gonna record for a couple hours, but at least give me some time to try to find something. Something tells me to start over here where this American flag is, so that's what I'm going to do. And just for safekeeping, I am putting my phone, if I can get it out of my pocket, I'm putting that in my bag. That way I don't fling it out of my pocket while I'm throwing the rope. So we'll go ahead and grab our gloves, put them on, and then we've got our magnet with our rope. One great thing about this camera is that it essentially has quick capture, like how on a GoPro you can just press the shutter button and it'll start recording without having to turn the camera on first. It has that same exact feature. Of course it's not called quick capture, but that just makes it a whole lot more convenient and easy to use. Saves on battery life, and you don't have to worry about your camera turning off and then, oh, I need to turn it back on before I can record this. Alright, so here's our magnet. It's a little dirty. I've got the end of the rope tied to my ankle so that I don't lose it. Always just make sure that your carabiner is tight, and that's all good. First cast. That was a horrible cast. Oh my goodness. But we'll see if we caught anything. I'm just gonna go nice and slow. Nice and slow, just in case I did grab onto anything. And grand reveal, bunch of rocks. Yep. Another cast. That was a little better. Just letting it sink to the bottom. And I think it made it to the bottom, so I'm gonna pull on it. Feels like I caught something, but I might be caught on roots. We'll see. I'm gonna go nice and slow. Oh yeah. Felt like I was caught on something for a second, but it was probably just some wood, some branches, roots. We'll see here in a second. Yep, there's nothing. Got my rope tangled on my camera. Nothing. Let's try one more cast. All right, there we go. That was a terrible cast. I'm not very good at throwing the magnet, but we'll see if we get anything this time around. Let it sink to the bottom. And then we gently, well, it almost felt like I was caught on something, but I couldn't really tell. We'll see here in a second. And it looks like a whole lot of nothing. Yep, that's how it goes. Come on, baby, bring me the money. Got something this time. Just a little piece of rusty something or other. Can't even tell what it is. Lay it on the ground, let it dry out. Well, I thought I would at least get like some fishing lures or something. Maybe some weights, because this is a pretty popular fishing spot. Maybe find, I don't know, an old cell phone. But can't really find much of anything, which is surprising, just how often this spot is frequented and how many boats and people fishing. You would think there would be at least something, but I've been out here for a while. I haven't caught anything other than like little pebbles and whatnot. Yeah, here's another little rusty pebble. Not much of anything. Well, now I'm gonna go and review the footage and see how the audio quality is, see how the video quality is. We'll see. All right, so I was looking at the footage. It looked absolutely phenomenal. I wouldn't expect much less out of this camera. It might be cheap, but $200 is still quite a bit of money for an action camera. And footage looked incredible. I will say though, the camera did get a little bit hot during recording. Even though I didn't capture all that much footage, it is pretty hot out today and a little bit humid, so I kind of I'll give it that. It was very hot out today. And this GoPro would have overheated as well, probably worse so. It's a Hero 9 Black, it's from 2020, so. But footage looked great. The audio wasn't amazing. It was pretty good when it wasn't windy, I should say that. But I really liked the footage. The colors looked good. It was super smooth. I did notice while watching it on my phone through my editing app that it had a little bit of a hard time rendering. And that's probably due to the video compression and me having a lower end device, and just the fact that I'm not editing on PC. If I was editing on PC with at least an Intel i5, it would have rendered a lot nicer. Also, one thing I forgot to mention about this camera, you actually don't need the app to set it up. With GoPros, if you're getting your GoPro for the first time, it's brand new, you have to connect it to the GoPro app to set up, and I really don't like the GoPro app. This camera, first off, you don't need the app. Second off, when you download your footage from the camera, it downloads into your gallery, into your phone's files. It does not download to the app like with the GoPro. GoPro downloads your footage to an app, and then you have to download it from the app to your device. It's really backwards and just doesn't make any sense. GoPro has been around forever. Why can't they make a better app? Why do they have to keep rebranding their app? And bring back GoPro Studio. Come on. But anyways, this camera might have killed GoPro. At least on the budget end of things. GoPro just came out with their Mission 1. So I might get one of those in a few years whenever it's not $700, but we'll see. But tell me, what do you guys think about this camera? Do you think that this is a viable option for those looking for a budget action camera? And if you have any experience with this, let me know. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Subscribe!